The child pointed at the dog, saying, "He knows." When the mother understood, her world collapsed. A mother ignored her daughter's words for weeks. Then, one ordinary afternoon, she finally listened and discovered a truth that would change everything. Sarah Mitchell thought she knew everything about her 5-year-old daughter, Emma. She knew her favorite color was purple, that she hated broccoli but loved carrots, and that she had an overactive imagination that turned every bedtime into an adventure. But on that quiet Tuesday afternoon in March, Sarah realized she didn't know her daughter at all. More terrifyingly, she realized her daughter had been trying to tell her something critical for weeks, and she had dismissed it every single time. It started innocently enough, the way most life-changing moments do. Emma was sitting on the living room floor, building a tower with her colorful blocks. Their golden retriever Max lay beside her as he always did, his tail occasionally thumping against the hardwood floor. Max had been part of their family since before Emma was born, a loyal companion who had transitioned seamlessly from Sarah's jogging partner to Emma's gentle protector. "Mommy?" Emma said suddenly, her small voice cutting through the afternoon quiet. "Max knows." Sarah looked up from her laptop, fingers hovering over the keyboard. "Knows what, sweetheart?" Emma pointed at the dog with absolute certainty. "He knows about the bad man." A chill ran down Sarah's spine, but she forced herself to smile. "What bad man, honey?" "The one who comes at night," Emma said, matter-of-factly, returning to her blocks. "Max always knows when he's here. That's why Max sleeps in my room now." This wasn't the first time Emma had mentioned something disturbing, but like most parents, Sarah had chalked it up to nightmares, to the vivid imagination of a kindergartner who watched too many cartoons. Now, hearing those words again, seeing the complete conviction in her daughter's eyes as she looked at Max, Sarah felt something shift inside her. If you're a parent, you know that gut feeling when something isn't quite right. Don't ignore it. Keep reading, because what Sarah discovered next could happen to any family. The weeks before. Looking back, Sarah could see all the signs she had missed. 3 weeks earlier, Emma had insisted that Max sleep in her room. Sarah had thought it was sweet, a phase where her daughter wanted extra comfort at night. Then Emma had started asking strange questions. "Mommy, why does the garage door sound different at night? Can bad people open locked doors? If someone came in our house, would Max protect me?" Each question had been answered with gentle reassurance. Sarah had checked the locks, explained that they were safe, reminded Emma that sometimes our imagination makes us scared of things that aren't real. She had been patient, understanding, exactly the kind of mother she prided herself on being. But she had been wrong. That Tuesday afternoon, after Emma's comment about Max knowing, Sarah made a decision. Instead of dismissing her daughter again, she listened. "Emma, come sit with Mommy," Sarah said, closing her laptop and patting the couch beside her. "Tell me about the bad man. What does Max know?" Emma climbed onto the couch, her small body fitting perfectly against Sarah's side. Max immediately got up and positioned himself at Emma's feet, his brown eyes alert and watchful. "Max's ears go up," Emma explained, demonstrating by pointing to her own ears. "He looks at my window, then he growls really quiet like this." She made a soft growling sound in her throat. "That's how I know the bad man is outside." Sarah's heart began to race. "Has this happened more than once?" Emma nodded solemnly. "Lots of times, maybe this many." She held up both hands, fingers spread wide. 10 times. 10 times her daughter had been frightened in the night, and Sarah had been asleep down the hall, completely unaware. "Why didn't you come get me?" Sarah asked, trying to keep her voice steady. "I did the first time, remember? You said it was just a dream. You said Max was probably just hearing a raccoon?" She looked up at her mother with those wide, trusting eyes. But Max doesn't act like that when there's raccoons. He acts different. Sarah felt her world begin to tilt. How many parents right now are dismissing their children's fears as imagination? How many are missing critical warning signs because they seem too improbable, too frightening to be real? Don't make the same mistake Sarah almost did. If your child tells you something that makes them afraid, investigate it, even if it seems impossible, especially if your pet is acting strangely too. Animals sense things we often miss. The investigation. That evening, after Emma was in bed, Sarah did something she had never done before. She set up her laptop in Emma's room with the webcam recording, angled toward the window. She checked every door lock twice, every window latch, and she paid attention to Max in a way she had never had before. At 2:47 a.m., Sarah was jolted awake by a sound from her phone. She had set it to alert her if the webcam detected motion in Emma's room. Heart pounding, she grabbed her phone and opened the app. What she saw made her blood run cold. In the grainy night vision footage, she could see Emma's small form sleeping peacefully in her bed. But Max was standing at attention, ears forward, staring at the window. As she watched, the dog's lips pulled back in a silent snarl, and a low rumbling growl emanated from his chest, exactly as Emma had described. Then Sarah saw it. A shadow passed across the window. Deliberate, slow. Someone was definitely out there. Sarah didn't hesitate. She called 911, then grabbed the baseball bat from her closet. She didn't go to Emma's room, didn't want to alert whoever was outside that they had been detected. Instead, she positioned herself in the hallway, between her daughter and any possible threat, and waited for the police. They arrived within 6 minutes. By then, the shadow was gone, but Sarah had already taken screenshots of the footage. When she showed them to the officers, they took her seriously, very seriously. "Ma'am, we've had 3 reports in this neighborhood over the past month. Prowler looking in windows, specifically children's bedrooms. We've been increasing patrols, but he's been hard to catch. Your daughter and your dog may have just given us our best evidence yet."
The aftermath. The police set up a surveillance operation. 3 nights later, they caught the man, a registered sex offender who had moved into a rental house 2 blocks away. He had been systematically stalking children in the neighborhood, taking photos through windows, planning. The evidence on his computer was damning. Among his photographs were several of Emma's window, of the route to her room, of the back door lock on Sarah's house. When Sarah learned this, she couldn't stop shaking. She held Emma for a long time that night, whispering apologies her daughter was too young to fully understand. "You were so brave," Sarah told her, "and so smart to pay attention to Max. Mommy should have listened to you sooner." Emma just hugged her back. "It's okay, Mommy. Max protected me. Dogs always know the bad people." She was right, of course. Dogs do know. Children often know too, even if they can't articulate why they're afraid or what's wrong. They sense danger in ways adults have learned to rationalize away. Sarah's story could have ended very differently. It could have ended in tragedy, in newspaper headlines that would have made other parents shake their heads and wonder how it could have been prevented. But it ended in safety because Sarah finally listened, not just to Emma's words, but to what Max was telling them both. The lessons we can't ignore. Sarah's experience taught her invaluable lessons that every parent needs to know. Children's fears are not always imaginary. When a child expresses fear consistently, especially about a specific thing, it deserves investigation. Emma wasn't having general nightmares. She was reporting a specific, recurring threat. The consistency should have been Sarah's first clue. Pets are early warning systems. Dogs especially are attuned to their environment in ways humans aren't. Max knew something was wrong before anyone else did. His behavior change was significant, but Sarah had to see it through Emma's eyes to recognize it. Trust your instincts and trust your child's instincts too. Sarah felt that chill when Emma first mentioned the bad man, but she overrode her gut feeling with logic and rationalization. Sometimes the primal, uneasy feeling in your stomach is telling you something your brain doesn't want to accept. Predators are patient and methodical. This man had been watching for weeks, planning, waiting for an opportunity. He knew when lights went off, when people went to bed, when Max was or wasn't in Emma's room. Safety isn't just about locks, it's about awareness and vigilance. What you need to do right now. After reading Sarah's story, don't just feel relieved that everything turned out okay. Take action for your own family. First, talk to your children. Ask them if they've ever felt scared in their rooms at night. Ask them if anything has seemed strange or different. Listen without judgment, without immediately reassuring them that everything is fine. Just listen. Second, observe your pets. Dogs and cats often react to things we don't notice. If your pet suddenly starts acting differently, staring at windows, growling at nothing apparent, refusing to leave a child's side, investigate why. Third, do a security check of your home. Walk around your house at night and see what someone from outside could see through your windows. Check that all locks work properly. Consider motion sensor lights for dark corners of your yard. Install a simple security camera if you can. Even a basic webcam can provide crucial evidence. Fourth, know your neighbors and your neighborhood. That man was a registered sex offender living 2 blocks away. Sarah had no idea. There are free databases where you can check if registered offenders live near you. Know who's around your children. Most importantly, trust that instinct when something feels wrong. You know your children. You know your pets. You know what's normal for your household. When something isn't normal, don't talk yourself out of investigating it. The girl who knew and the dog who kept watch. Emma is 7 now. She doesn't remember much about that time, and Sarah is grateful for that mercy of childhood memory. Max is older, grayer around the muzzle, but still sleeps in Emma's room every night. Sarah doesn't discourage it anymore. She knows what she owes that dog. Sometimes Sarah thinks about what could have happened if she had continued to dismiss Emma's fears, if she had insisted Max sleep downstairs, if she had never set up that webcam. The alternate version of her story is too horrific to fully contemplate, but she thinks about it anyway because it keeps her vigilant. It keeps her listening. The terrifying truth is that predators exist. They live in neighborhoods. They watch children. They plan. But the hopeful truth is that children are perceptive, animals are protective, and parents who listen can prevent tragedies. Sarah shares her story now with other parents, not to frighten them, but to wake them up. She tells them about the little girl who pointed at a dog and said he knows, and the mother who almost didn't listen in time. She tells them that the world collapsed that day, her world of comfortable assumptions, of believing that bad things only happen to other families, of trusting that her reassurances were enough to keep danger away. But from that collapse, something stronger was built, a family more aware, more connected, more prepared. A mother who trusts her instincts and her daughter's voice, and a dog who remains, as always, faithfully standing guard. Don't wait for your world to collapse before you start listening. Your children are telling you things every day. Your pets are showing you things every day. The question is, are you paying attention? Share this story with every parent you know. It might make the difference between a near miss and a tragedy, because somewhere right now, there's another child trying to tell their parent something important. Another dog sensing danger in the dark. Another family that needs to start listening before it's too late.